पठाने खान
My name is Valerie Kaur. I'm 26 years old. My grandfather sailed from India almost 100 years ago to California's shore back in 1913. So I was born and raised in California. I went to school here. I studied religion and ethics, and I'm also a filmmaker. I made a feature-length documentary film called Divided We Fall. It's the first feature film about post 9/11 hate violence. Sagar means ocean. And the entire song is about, letting the waters heal you, about running through the fires of life to the ocean and letting the ocean take you up and heal you. And it's something that I've been doing in my mind and in my heart as my own practice for weeks and weeks and months. Everyone tells you to be free and to be free in the world and to take the megaphone and march the streets and write what you want and say what you want. And so I was free for a while. It was wonderful. Post-college, it was amazing. And then I was arrested in New York City in 2004 at the Republican National Convention. So I was a legal observer, so I was on the side of the protest documenting to protect against police brutality. When the officers came in with a tremendous amount of force, knocked people down, knees were bloodied up, and the next thing I hear is, NYPD, you're under arrest. And the problem was the handcuffs were extremely tight, to the point where I started losing feeling in my hand. And at that point, he came around behind me, and he threw my hand up and around. So when he did that, it felt as if someone had just sliced through my wrist, like sliced my hand off. It was the most physical pain I'd ever experienced. And when I was released, I was rushed to the emergency room, which they put my arm in a cast for about a month. I've studied violence all my life. I've studied conflict and war all my life, and yet I never really understood what it was to face human cruelty until I got a tiny taste of it. A tiny taste of what it felt like not to be treated as a human being. And it was just a taste. It was a few hours, It wasn't as if I've suffered the kind of suffering you hear about in the news when you listen to it every day. And I think what I have discovered, or at least the question that's been on my mind, is whether peace is possible after you have suffered. And it's something that it's a life and death question for myself, because I'm taking time away from all my work, from school, from studies, from everything around me in order to devote myself to this question, because there's too much pain that I've been bearing inside myself. So I want to draw it all up and see if peace is possible, if I can sit with the pain and still find peace. And I think I'm beginning to realize that peace is only possible if the way to peace is passion, is throwing yourself in a story, is throwing yourself in a dance, is throwing yourself in a community. I want people to know that what we're trying to make is not just a music video, but a testament to what is possible, to working through the pain, dancing through the pain, and finding peace. So I've been struggling with really severe chronic pain in my neck, in my shoulder, my back, and my right arm, just the right side of me. It's a reason why I can't be in school right now, why I stopped out of school, why I'm living at the ocean now, why I'm focusing on healing my body. And a big reason why dance and movement is the only time when I don't feel pain. And so recently, thinking about how Kathak is a form of storytelling, on my own I started to imagine a dance where, or a girl where I'm free, and then I'm arrested, and then somehow in the struggle I free myself, and then somehow after I free myself with the ocean, with the water, I heal myself. And that's when I become one with everything. After I had this vision, after I began to tell the stories, when Karuna invited me to do the project, I had chills all over my body, realizing that she was trying to put to film something that I was already living out in my daily practice. There was so much hardship that Karuna had faced, our director had faced, in getting permission from the dance school to use one of their dancers who committed but then refused. I kept encouraging her. I think we faced so many obstacles to get to this point. It's a miracle that we got to even this point. And then something magical happened. Karuna invited me to be the dancer, and I was completely not convinced. I've never been on camera before. I've never danced on camera before, let alone acted. I mean, there's every reason for me not to do this project, but there was something special about it. Strangely, my connection from San Francisco to Los Angeles got canceled, and there was no way I could take a flight down to LA, so Karuna convinced me to stay in San Francisco, and we'll talk about it and we'll work it out. And the more we talked about it, the more we talked about how I could really embody this character so that she is deeply reverent toward the dance, and it's not something, manufactured or produced or something disrespectful. The more we talked about it, the more I realized that this is something that could really be true to the vision that I was experiencing. So it's as if somebody just sprinkled a little magic over this whole project. And on the one hand, we've experienced really stupid, obstacles to get it done, one after another. But on the other hand, there's this feeling of like something is carrying it forward. There's a huge push of energy carrying it forward. And it's not just so we can make a music video. It's so that we can really give a testament to what is possible for devotion, for worship, for creative expression.
Hello, my name is Maya Sagar. I'm the DP for the Sagar project. The director of the Sagar project is Karuna Tamahashi. So, who is that guy playing the guitar? Well, that's Salman. Salman is in the band Junoon, and he wrote Sagar. Salman is much more than a musician. He's an ambassador of peace. He's spoken with the heads of state like President Clinton. Salman was really gracious enough to come and perform with us. Why did I decide to do the Sagar project? When I heard Valerie's story of what she went through and converting that into music and video and dance, I really was compelled to make this documentary about the people and how this video is all coming together.
मेरा जीवन का साहिल